Some of the best managers of recent times. Pep Guardiola, Spanish. Carlos Ancelotti, Italian. Jose Mourinho, Portuguese. Zinedine Zidane, French. Hansi Flick, German. Jurgen Klopp, German. However, notice how none of them are English. In fact, right now, there isn't a single world-class English manager in existence. And it's been that way for a while. So much so that England have appointed a German manager, Thomas Tuchel, to take control of the national team. So the Premier League, said by many to be the most biggest league in the world, in England, where the sport is at its finest and where the greatest players come to play. Yet not a single talented English manager in sight. So why are there no good English managers? The best managers never seem to be English, even in England. An English manager has never won the Premier League, and the last time an English manager won the top flight was Howard Wilkinson for Leeds in 91-92. And if we look at the traditional Big Six and the manager history, it shows a similar pattern. Manchester United's last English manager, excluding intern managers, was in 1981. Liverpool 2010, Manchester City 2005, Spurs 2013, Arsenal 1995, and Chelsea, of course, Graham Potter in 2022. So as we can see, English managers not doing well in the English League, and English managers who were selected never turned out to be very good. For example, Steven Gerrard was awful at Aston Villa and was replaced by the Spaniard Unai Emery. Emery swiftly resurrected the villains and got them back to Champions League football not that long after Gerrard's departure. So why is it like this? Firstly, I think English managers don't travel enough. Many European managers go across Europe to get experience, as that allows them to learn to be a better manager. If English managers can't get a job in England, why don't they go abroad? That's what European managers do. The most English managers in England are in League 1, League 2 and non-league football. But they never get jobs in the Premier League, as Premier League clubs are always looking for managers from overseas. So shouldn't these League 1 and League 2 managers go to Europe to impress and audition to be Premier League quality? After all, that's where Premier League clubs look for the next manager. But the issue is, English managers don't do this. Maybe it's because they're too comfortable at home, or they don't want to overcome a language barrier. But the problem is, they don't go to Europe. Even though lower leagues are full of English managers, the Premier League clubs would rather have someone with top flight experience in a European league, rather than someone with experience in a lower league in England. And even if they do bring in an English manager, it's the same old names like Sam Allardyce, instead of someone fresh and new with potential. The only person I can think of that's defying this stat is Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, who's done an impressive job so far. However, he still wasn't the preferred choice for Newcastle, according to some sources, who say he was second choice pick after they gave up on trying to appoint Unai Emery. So that's one issue. But another big thing is the English media. In England, we see a lot of pundits like Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand all frequently on Sky Sports discussing games at half time. They all decided to go into the media after retiring instead of going into management. This isn't the same in Europe, and many former players such as Pep Guardiola go into management instead of the media. Although, in fairness, Gary Neville did try manage, and he managed Valencia in 2015. He struggled to speak Spanish, was tactically poor, and was sacked after just 4 months. And maybe this is another big issue. The only English managers who are even given a chance are former big names like Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard or Wayne Rooney. Lesser known English managers are never given a chance because famous names are deemed to be better. Just because Gerrard and Rooney were great players doesn't mean they'll be great managers. and smaller names deserve a chance. Instead of helping our Frank Lampards and Gary Nevilles, we should be helping our Danny Cowlings and Nigel Clowes. And now we've discussed that, we can talk about another big problem, and that is time and money invested into coaching. Let's compare England, without any world-class coaches, to Germany, which has a huge supply of genius managers. Germany invests so much time and money into creating new coaches and building football coaches that they are mass producing incredible managers. Meanwhile, England hasn't got the same desire to help and support like Germany does. Another key thing to have is a UEFA coaching license. These are licenses that allow coaches and managers to do their job. To be a manager of a professional club, you need a UEFA A coaching license. In England, it is a huge £4,000 fee to complete a course to become a UEFA A licensed coach. Meanwhile, in Germany, a UEFA A coaching course fee is only €800, roughly £660. It's an extraordinary fee in England, and prevents many young coaches from ever reaching their potential to be a top tier manager. Whilst in Germany, they are creating many incredible managers, as the foundations are there. We're even starting to see slightly younger managers, such as Julian Nagelsmann. So, we can clearly see, despite there being a huge supply of great footballers from England, there isn't a great supply of English managers. Grassroots football is incredible, developing world-class English players, but the same support isn't there for management. But who knows, this could be changed in the future. We could see better coaching development in England, or one day see Jude Bellingham or Harry Kane as a future head coach, or maybe a name we don't even know yet. But for now, that's all speculation. For now, both England and the Premier League rely on other countries' coaching assets. The Premier League requires the best players, which means it requires the best managers too. And right now, none of them are English. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you did, please consider subscribing, as these videos take ages to make, and it really would just make it all worthwhile. Let me know what you thought in the comments or anything like that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching once more, and I hope to see you next time.